In flowery July upon Haley's proud height, as the plovers skunk on the moorland, and southward the cuckoo was taking his flight, and the corncrake was deep in the ground. A swallow and swift were aloft in the air, and the starling was feeding her young. The milkmaid was tending her cattle with care, and the haymakers cheerfully sung. The maidens of Burnley in satin or silk are pretty, I freely confess, but give me the maid who is neatly arrayed in a beautiful calico dress.
You may praise the Italian ladies in vain, and the maidens of France or Peru, or worship the languishing beauties of Spain, and the blushing Circassians too. But she whom I love has an eye like a sloe, and her cheeks are like roses in June. So graceful each step as she trips like a doe, and her ruby red lips are in tune.
The maidens of Burnley in satin or silk are pretty, I freely confess, but give me the maid who is neatly arrayed in a beautiful calico dress. Should fortune or friendship impel me to roam, or a thirst after change is constrained, I'd still call the banks of Old Healy my home, and I'd sing of its beauties again. Sweet gardens of roses or art-cultured bowers may delight a poor soul to possess, but give me Old Healy bedecked with wildflowers, and the maid in the calico dress. The maidens of Burnley in satin or silk are pretty, I freely confess, but give me the maid who is neatly arrayed in a beautiful calico dress.
That night I met my Elsie Bell by Daddy Longlegs' bed. My heart still cherished from the night before the word she'd said. She'd said she loved me dearly, and to me would cling for aye, like the crimson clouds to Winter Hill as the sun dipped in the sky. She 19 years, I 21, had trod for just 1 year. The hills where oft the curlew's cry falls shrill upon the ear, and many a tale I'd told my love as we strode through Tandle Hills, and we'd often gazed at galaxies of light-locked cotton mills. This night as I approached my love with eager outstretched hand, her eyes shone glazed and fathomless like any lake becalmed. I asked her if she loved me, she ne'er answered aye nor nay, but raised her pretty head aloft and unto me did say, my love for you was but a whim of childhood fancy free. I'm much matured since yesterday, and now more clearly see. My parents tell me that you are not fit to share my bed, so to a finer, richer man in autumn I'll be wed. In shock the slopes of Oldham edge I started to descend, my eyes brimful of salty tears, my way to town I did wend. What could I do to cure the grief, the pain in my heart to ease? I went into a chip shop in Barker Street and I'd put in chips and peas.
Oh, pity me, my darling, it's pity me, I say. It's pity me, my darling, and carry me away.
Come all you weary factory girls, I'll have you understand. I'm going to leave this factory and return to my own land. No more I'll leave my bobbins up, no more I'll take them down. No more I'll clean my dirty work, for I'm going out of town.
Pity me, my darling, it's pity me, I say. It's pity me, my darling, and carry me away.
For since they've taken our wages down to 9 shillings per week, if I cannot better wages make, some other place I'll seek. 'Tis wonder how the masters can such machinery make, 1,000 wheels together roll without the least mistake.
Pity me, my darling, it's pity me, I say. It's pity me, my darling, and carry me away. Bob Balloons was the landlord in the out ring the bells, with his wife and their son Garmless John. In the daytime his wife tended cattle round back, and at the evenings with John waited on. And at the evenings with John waited on. In a sing-song at night John played piano a bit, They were lazy, but by we're foul. We will thou follow me, or shall I follow thee? And anyway each took his course, and anyway each took his course. John was sent off to market by Bob for a cow, and on his way into the town met a woman called Annie, her blondie to some, and he took her to sup at the Crown. And he took her to sup at the Crown. Well, he wined her and dined her, and he took her to Fur, where they cocked on to all of the rhyme. Then they ate sugar, bunnies, black peas, and the like, and he saw the fat lady beside. And he saw the fat lady beside. They had coconut shies, won a rag doll for her. Then John said, let's walk down to wood. I will if thou only behave, says Anne. Thou be upset, me lass, if I should. Thou be upset, me lass, if I should. Later on John jumped up on recalling his chore. He'll kill me, I've spent all his brass. He's no angel, himself, whispered Anne in his ear. With that barmaid he's flattened some grass. With that barmaid he's flattened some grass. Where's the cow, Bob did ask. Now think Caroline, said John. Where's me brass, then asked father to son. About this here dog, it's a dog what can talk. Now come on lad, let's have less of fun. Now come on lad, let's have less of fun. It's true as I'm here, it'd be good for trade. That's waking the bond, says his dad. If there's bout it, where is it, this miracle pup? How we're coming to that, said the land. How we're coming to that, said the land. Coming home bit canal, how we're chatting to dog, and it asked me where it would abide. I said ring a bells, it said Bob Balloon's pub. Does he still have that red head on sign? Does he still have that red head on sign? You could hear a pin drop on Bob's face, it just fell. And he said, well lad, what did I do? I drop kicked the bugger straight into canal to save it embarrassing you. To save it embarrassing you. That did read, lad, said Bobby Balloons. I miss thee, sir. Memories pass time away, but dunnot ease this pain. And on rheumatic knees I pray, rest peaceful. Them awkward words like, I love thee, I couldn't speak, I'd sooner die. I weren't that sort of chap, but see, I'm glad I wed thee. I love thee, I can say it there, but pity is as thou ain't here. It's easy sitting in this cheer. I wish I'd told thee. Slopstones piled with dirty plates. It's months since I black-leaded grate. No donkey stone on step out mate. I've lost all interest. I used come one with bloodshot eyes. From supping ale I'd tell thee lies about where I'd been, then push thee pies up table. They'd look hurt, but still they didn't nag me, lass. Nor moan, I kept thee short of brass. I wouldn't raise another glass if it'd bring thee back.
If thou could warm me bed out in, and let me stroke the air again, and kiss the pain away, but then what's use of wishing? I stirs at fire, I'm all red-eyed, but not from ale, from tears that's dried. I've skriked, I've ne'er moved outside. I wish I could join thee. A favour, Sarah, if thou can. It's none deserved, but grant just one. If good Lord sends for me up yon, wait up for me.
I went to the pictures tomorrow. I got a good seat at the back. A woman, she give me some chocolate. I ate it and give it her back.
One fine day, in the middle of the night, two dead men got up to fight. One blind man to see fair play, two dumb men to shout array. Back to back they faced each other, drew their swords and shot each other.
Nebuchadnezzar, the king of the Jews, he bought his wife a pair of shoes. When the shoes began to wear, Nebuchadnezzar began to swear. When the swearing began to stop, Nebuchadnezzar he bought a shop. When the shop began to sell, Nebuchadnezzar he bought a bell. When the bell began to ring, Nebuchadnezzar began to sing. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How dare you tread on my big toe? Come in this church and sit you down. Put in this box and half a crown for Mrs. Wrigley and her gown.
Last Whit Friday on Saturday, a travelling circus came to town. Come and see, come and saw, two live elephants stuffed with straw. Admission free, pay at the door. Bring your own seats and sit on the floor. Pancake Tuesday's a very fine day. If you don't give us holiday, we'll all run away. Where shall we run to? Down Sandy Lane, and we'll meet out Scratch with a big fat cane.
I have no pains, oh mother dear, but oh I am so dry. Connect me to the brewery and leave me there to die.
A pig and a chicken crossed the road just to stretch their legs. Along came a motor car, ham and eggs.
Lulu had a teddy and she called it Sonny Jim. She put it in the bathtub to teach it how to swim. It swallowed all the water and it ate all the soap, and it died last night with a bubble in its throat.
You know me Auntie Nellie, she had a big fat belly, and every time she touched it, out popped jelly.
Half a pound of ham to fry in the pan. No one to eat it but me and my young man. He takes me o'er the water, he takes me o'er the sea, and he buys me cups and saucers and takes me out to tea.
My mother says that I never should play with the gypsies in the wood. That's a very funny thing to say, 'cause there are no gypsies round our way.
Tin tin Chinaman looking bally sad. He a fled, other fled, doing very bad. Tin tin Chinaman got a shutty shop. Chin chin Chinaman chop chop chop.
Early in the morning, early in the morning, early in the morning, before the break of day.
There's a cosy little spot I know lies just inside a boughton, whose praises I will sing to you in rhyme. Where lives me dear old grandad, and me granny too, God bless 'em, and mony hour I've spent there in me time. They have a little garden and a slap-up little greenhouse, where grandad passes mony hour away. He's happy and contented among his plants of flowers, and if I should pop in, he's sure to say, "Hey man, I'm fain to see thee, sit thee down. I'm as fain as if thou give me half a crown. Now thou munna go away, thou mun stop and have thee tea. I'm greatly fain to see thee, sit thee down." There's nowt in dear out spot but what I love as well as can be. There's tow case clock that stands right up to wall. There's tow couch chair where Grandad lies him down and has a snooze on. The spindle-backed towed rocking chair and all. In thou three-cornered cupboard, od me granny thinks that well done, lies relics of her childhood's happy days. I love old lock front bread fleck to pot dogs that stand on drawers, and it does me good to hear me grandad say,
In mon I'm fain to see thee sit thee down. I'm as fain as if thou'd give me half a crown. Now thou munna go away, thou must stop and have thee tea. I'm greatly fain to see thee sit thee down.
I think we're more to lesson learned from this outfit so humble, and try like them to lead an honest life. And if we do, I'm sure we's all be better able to jog along through this world's current strife. And if we're ever tempted to be selfish and hard-hearted, let's throw these nasty feelings clean away. Let's try to do to others as we'd have 'em do to us, and remember what me grandad used to say.
Hey mon, I'm fain to see thee sit thee down. I'm as fain as if thou'd give me half a crown. Now thou munna go away, thou mun stop and have thee tea. I'm greatly fain to see thee sit thee down. I was there, so were you, the mayor and the vicar, all the council too, with the wives and ladies on full view, the night John Willie took his ferret to a do. He slipped his lid with some butter from the sauce, he patted all the table with his dirty little paws. Oh, said the vicar's wife, this rabbit isn't dead, as he danced a little jig around the hat upon her head. Oh, I was there, so were you, the mayor and the vicar, all the council too, with the wives and ladies on full view, the night John Willie took his ferret to a do. He ran down her collar and down the front he tore, he wriggled down her knicker leg and danced upon the floor. Oh, said the vicar, that's a sewer rat, I'm sure. Well, if that's the case, his wife replied, I wish we had some more. Oh, I was there, so were you, the mayor and the vicar, all the council too, with the wives and ladies on full view, the night John Willie took his ferret to a do. He ran through the soup and he nibbled at the peas, he dribbled all the gravy down the mare's knocking knees, and then he quenched his ferret's thirst with half a pint of shandy, and then relieved his little self in Mrs. Briley's brandy. Oh, I was there, so were you, the mayor and the vicar, all the council too, with the wives and ladies on full view, the night John Willie took his ferret to a do. Well, the ladies left their tables and began to dance with fright. They shouted out in panic at the little ferret's sight. He nibbled at their stockings and he tickled all their knees,
and the vicar's wife kept shouting, give me some of that, please.
Oh, I was there, so were you, the mayor and the vicar, all the council too, with the wives and ladies on full view, the night John Willie took his ferret to a do.
He ran up and down the curtains and he swam about the punch. He herded all the ladies in a corner in a bunch, and just to end the escapade he did a little quickie. He ran up the speaker's dinner suit and nibbled at his collar. Oh, I was there,
so were you, the mayor and the vicar, all the council too, with the wives and ladies on full view, the night John Willie took his ferret to a do.
Well, they caught the little fella and they put him in a box. They give him anaesthetic from the vicar's woolly socks. They sang him Annie Laurie in the mayor's own car, and then they got him back as fast as hell to John Willie's pen.
Oh, I was there, so were you, the mayor and the vicar, all the council too, with the wives and ladies on full view, the night John Willie took his ferret to a do.
When I received me orders to go to the war and battle, it nearly broke me heart to leave me wife, me farm, me cattle. But when your country needs you so, oh, don't you know you've got to go? Oh, when your country needs you so, oh, don't you know you've got to go? They give me an enormous gun, an helmet and a dagger. I were presented with me army coat, so heavy it made me stagger. And I had to stand up straight as the post on the barrack gate. Oh, I had to stand up straight as the post on the barrack gate. I got no sleep for nights on end, they said I were a sentry. Had to walk up and down with a gun on me arm and frighten the local gentry. Each time I heard a tomcat purr, I had to shout, "Halt! Who goes there?" Each time I heard a tomcat purr, I had to shout, "Halt! Who goes there?" They took me to an enormous plain, they call it a field of battle. Guns were booming, daggers shining, men were dying, oh how fatal. Oh, Oh, I couldn't have given a damn after they with me gun, and I upped and ran. Oh, I couldn't have given a damn after they with me gun, and here I am.
Where is that youngster all forlorn who used to get up at break of morn, spend half a day working and half on a farm? Poor little half-timer, it ne'er did him good, sighing and sobbing, he stuck out his chest like little cock-robin, but sitting in school his head'd keep nodding. Poor little half-timer, he had no time to comb his locks, for looking around to find his socks. Under his arm his breakfast box. Poor little half-timer, learning ways of factory folk, oft time the buttered roughest of jokes, but just like a blotter whose lessons he'd sown. Poor little half-timer, learning to tube, to fault and carry, discovering difference between stirring and tarry, theatre minder playing out Harry. Poor little half-timer, he thought a felly when they sent him a brewing, but minder and tell him mind what thou'rt doing, and oft times his clogs would be his undoing. Poor little half-timer, now they don't see no work till turned 15, and finer young childer and never been seen. Oh, what a difference there is between. Poor little half-timers.
It was smashing when our dad come home after 2-3 pints at local. He'd sit in the armchair next to the fire, all eloquent and vocal, then talk for hours on First World War, of Tommy's dead and gone. We'd duck with him as shells whizzed past, rejoice at battles won, and walk through trenches thick with mud, learn words like comrade. So, on most Sundays came the cry, "Show us the medals, Dad." He'd keep 5 of them in a box. He'd hand one to each son. 5 pairs of hands caressed him, as he described each one. "That's when my leg get done," he'd say. "Them flaming jury snipers. Jackie Ball get killed same day, in a place as we call Wipers." He were nobbut 17, he'd sigh, A strapping Billings lad, who was often sadder after saying, mind you, his humour were a treat. It weren't all death and shells. He told us belting yarns about yon famous Dardanelles. One cold day copped a German. "Ah, cop mittens," he cried. "There's lucky. I've no gloves none out," our shivering dad replied. "I thought as he said mittens," Dad explained. We laughed like mad. He told it every time we said, "Show us the medals, Dad." Him and Harry Waterworth pinched a pig one night. We get fed up of eating rats, it's time we had a treat, and we gasped, "Rats!" And he'd say, "Aye, get this and a bet on." We chased it all round Flanders fields until it get a sweater. A battalion dipped their bread in it. It didn't taste so bad. Aye, tears and laughter all as full. Show us the medals, Dad. The old chap died a few months back. Lads didn't scry without. He be with Jack and Harry, talking army days no doubt. Our mam give us a medal each. We cherish 'em with pride. By God, when she bequeathed them, that's when we really cried. There reads a medals auction now. For paltry sums it's sad. I can't for selling memories, nay. We'll keep the medals, Dad.
To the Ribble I went one morn, wi' a fishing friend called John, intending for to do a bit of angling. Soon whilst others had landed nout, John had hit a tuttery trout. T'others sat their greedy eyes and lines a dangling. Soon he wasn't on his tod, he could hardly see his rod, for other people's lines around it swishing. Just because they'd landed nout and he'd pulled a couple out, everyone wanted to fish where he were fishing. If you're successful in your job, or if you make a couple of bob, keep a watch along the bank, don't get caught nodding. For as sure as eggs are eggs, there'll be hundreds round your peg, and there won't be any room to get your rod in. If you have a good idea, impart it only to your dear friends and those who you would like to have a look in. For if you are too spurring with the sharks, you'll soon be suring, and there'll not be space to cast your line and hook in. And when you have a bride, proud and radiant by your side, and you catch the twinkling eyes of fellas wishing, well then stick to her like glue, and make sure she sticks to you. Don't let anybody fish where you are fishing.
Watching go ye a gravely prancer, tapping toes and clacking heels, Jumping Jackie's best clock dancer, her stepped out with jigs and reels, twisting, turning, pointing, prancing, while her fiddle sings away, later than a feather dancing on a breezy month of May. Watch yon childer clap together, keeping time to click and clack. Summer, winter, any weather, out they come to Jumping Jack. Carnivals can't do without him, churches want him for bazaars, o'er 60s went about him sooner in the telly stars. Watch him go, ya gridley prancer, tapping toes and clacking heels, Jumping Jackie's best clog dancer, her stepped out with jigs and reels, twisting, turning, pointing, prancing, while her fiddle sings away, lighter than a feather dancing on a breezy month of May. Her on her clogs he's battered, still his pins are straight and true, as on day when first he clattered in new clogs when he were two. Jack lad, keep the toes in fettle, make our spirits gay and lead, though the clogs are shod with metal, we find out in them to feed. Watch him go, ya gridley prancer, tapping toes and clacking heels, Jumping Jackie's best clog dancer, stepped out with jigs and reels, twisting, turning, pointing, prancing, while her fiddle sings away, brighter than a feather dancing on a breezy month of May.
When I was a woman I lived with me granny, and many a bashing me granny gave me. She dressed me up in the quality fashion and tied a garter below me knee. Have you seen my love, my love, my love, have you seen my love waiting for me? He wears a green coat, a pair of red stockings, a lump on his back and he's only one E. Oh, the doss house where we used to stay turned an old fellow's whiskers grey. We hadn't any light or any
Jack and Cow.
The house was doubly rented, and the bedclothes they were scented by the perfume of the lodger's sweaty feet.
For a smell.
The bacon it was wooden, we were fed on cast iron pudding, and the fragments of the dripping stopped the clock.
Stop the clock!
The cake was just like lead, there were whiskers around the bread, and the tea was brewed in 1849.
Holy Moses, I am dying, dying for the want of bread. Stretch the cat out on the table, stick some pepper on it. Holy Moses, I am dying, dying for the want of bread. Stretch the cat out on the table, stick some pepper on its head. Who's that knocking at the window? Who's that knocking at the door? Oh, it's little Mary Ann with a candle in her hand, and she's going down the cellar for some coal. Tramp, 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 the boys are marching. Cheer up, the bobbies at the door. And if you don't let us in, we'll break all your windows in, and you'll never see your daddy anymore.